It was a game for the ages for Team Canada's men's basketball team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dillon Brooks led the way as Canada completed the epic comeback to knock off the defending World Cup champions and world number 1 Spain 88-85 to reach the FIBA World Cup quarterfinals for the first time since Canada hosted it in 1994. But more importantly, with the win, Canada officially qualified for the 2024 Olympics. It will be their first appearance at the Olympics since 2000. What an historic moment for Team Canada. After years of misery, this team has finally arrived, and they are sending a message to the entire world that they're here to stay. What's going on, everyone? It's Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'll be talking about Team Canada's excellence. Hit a like on the video, it does help it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Canada did in fact make history in the most thrilling way possible. Trailing 78-74 with 151 left in the game versus Spain, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander proved why he's the superstar of this team. He drove to the net for a layup and drew a foul. He sank the free throw for a three-point play to pull Canada to within one with 151 to go. Hernan Gomez was fouled at the other end of the floor, and he hit both of his free throws to make it 80-77. Then Dillon Brooks drilled a huge three-pointer on the next possession to tie the game up with 1:12 left to play. And then he planted his feet and forced Alex Abrines out of bounds for a Spain turnover. That put the ball in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's hands, and he went to work. He made a huge step-back jumper to give Canada a 2-point lead with 43.5 seconds to go, and Canada never surrendered the lead from that point on. The impressive part about this win for Canada was their resiliency. Their never-say-die attitude propelled them to this victory. Canada was down 10 at the half. They came back to take a third quarter lead, but then gave it away and trailed by a dozen going into the final 10 minutes of this contest. It looked like Canada was going to crumble, but instead of crumbling, Canada rose to the occasion. With the stakes at its highest, they took out Spain. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was indeed the star of this game. He had 30 points, including going 14 of 16 at the free throw line, and of course, he hit so many clutch free throws late. "We're a part of history," said Shai. "It's something that's almost indescribable. So many people along the way have put in so much work for this program, and having the opportunity to do so, we want to thank them and also represent them when we go, and in the rest of this tournament as well." Dillon Brooks had a great outing too. He played solid defense and had 24 points for Canada in the win. "We just dug deep," said RJ Barrett, who added 16 points. "Dillon was huge. Shai iced the game, made all the free throws. We just dug deep, man. We hit some adversity, down 12 to start the fourth quarter, and we just stayed together." You gotta feel happy for the players on this team. Shai, RJ, Brooks, who had a rough ending with the Grizzlies, loyal program players like Dwight Powell, Kelly Olynyk. The emotion was there from everyone. Canada's talent is undeniable. Canada has more NBA players than any other nation other than the US. And they could have had even more NBA talent on this roster, as Canada qualifies for the Paris Games despite the absence of NBA champions Jamal Murray and Andrew Wiggins. Now, at Canada's last Olympic appearance in 2000, Steve Nash, of course, led a very scrappy Canada team that nearly reached the medal round. Nash and center Todd McCullough were the only NBA players on that team. Canada's run, of course, came to an end when they lost in the quarterfinals to France. Now, when you look at this version of Team Canada, you got to give a lot of credit to the man who's calling the shots, Jordi Fernandez. He's done an excellent job since taking the reins as the head coach. Jordi is going to get a head coaching position at the NBA level very soon. It's undeniable. I mean, he was one of the finalists reportedly for the Raptors. You know Jordi Fernandez is good enough to one day be the head coach of an NBA team. It was awesome, Fernandez said, of the qualification. It means a lot to General Manager Rowan Barrett, Michael Bartlett, to the whole board, and people who are supporting this program and want to do things the right way. We have the talent to do this for many, many years. I'm happy for those people. I'm happy for the coaches who worked here before. Nick Nurse, Jay Triano. They are part of what we're doing. They did a lot for this program. Congrats to them. They always did everything to grow it. I'm feeling happy. And the next game is the quarterfinals now. And speaking of the next game, with the Olympics on the horizon, Canada has Luka Doncic and Slovenia in the rear view mirror. Canada will face Slovenia in the quarterfinals of the FIBA World Cup on Wednesday, and that is going to be a massive, massive game. If Canada wins, they will advance to the semifinals. You look at Team Canada, this is exactly what everyone believed they could do. They just hadn't done it to this point. This program, however, has put it all together, and they have achieved what many people thought was not going to happen. Canada has made history, and now the golden days of Canada basketball seem to be upon us, and it's been well worth the wait. It's exciting. It really is for this entire country. We know how far basketball has evolved. We know how far it's come. You look at the growth of the Toronto Raptors. Of course, them winning the NBA championship in 2019 was special, but the amount of talent that has gone through the grapevines in this great nation, it speaks for itself. I mean, this was a country that couldn't sniff the Olympics, had so many disappointing outings, came close many times, but just fell short. And now when you look at what the product is on the court and what this program has become, we are truly witnessing the gold standard of Canada basketball. It has never been this great. The amount of talent has never been this bright. And there's a lot of talent that is still waiting to be found as well. So this is just an amazing moment, truly special. And I'm just happy for all of these guys who get to represent Canada and show out, and for them to accomplish this and not only advance in this FIBA World Cup, which, by the way, I mean, Canada, they're going to have a great shot from this point on to go the distance. You gotta just be happy for these guys that they have accomplished the goal of getting to the Olympics next year, and that's going to just be an amazing spectacle in itself. But before they get to that, they got to get through the rest of this tournament. And like I said, if Canada can get by Slovenia, they could very well go out and win this thing. And, you know, they obviously had that one loss, that one blemish when they were upset by Brazil. And, you know, coming out of that game, this was a must-win situation against Spain. So much at stake. You're going against the world's number one, and Canada, they delivered when the pressure was at its highest. What is your reaction to Team Canada's accomplishments to this point? How far do you think they will go, and what are your expectations for the Olympics for this men's national team for 2024? Let me know your full thoughts in the comment section down below. Please drop a like on the video, guys. It does help a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more. Now, that is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will catch you all again in the next video.